In the early 2000s, I made a mixtape for Beatrice called Shadow Play. It wasn't clear at the time how well it would age, but fast forward to nearly 15 years, and Beatrice still plays it in her pickup truck, slowly cruising down wide boulevards with Killer Whale, Husky Mutt, two different colored eyes, in the passenger seat. Atmosphere bleeds out the speakers. It's great some people still rock tape decks in their vehicles. White cheddar on rye, grilled, that's what I ate tonight. A life recorded is a life with resonance. A document is meaningful because it is a document. Andre worries about certain rappers. He really listens to their lyrics and thinks about their mental health. So now I'm wondering how Kendrick Lamar is doing. I don't think I would have worried about him before Andre beautifully infected me with his perspective. It is a wonderful thing to be infected, sometimes. I so appreciate a coffee shop that plays excellent new wave in early December. Chicago is a great place to go deep into minimal industrial, post-rock, anything stark or moody like that. On Thursday, Chelsea and I saw Drab Majesty at the Empty Bottle. So many cuties in all black swaying. When wingtips open, I felt my head fill, a rush of lush forests bursting open a packet of serotonin, as if someone just poured sugar all over my brain and honey into my eyes. Between bands, someone badmouthed the remake of Suspiria. I loved it, and highly recommend it. It's oddly a Jewish story now. If you don't know what I mean, go watch it. But first watch the Italian original from the 1970s. The Saturday following that, I caught the cellist from 8th Blackbird at Constellation and felt a gratitude for the art in Chicago. That totally overwhelmed me. Experimental cello. After Shadow Play, I made Beatrice a mixtape called December's Deep Wish, which she described as an amazing combination of hope and brutality. Sadly, that tape totally died one day in her deck, the thin brown tape spilling from its case, entrails escaping the gut, its contents unplayable and imprinted only on the mind. I told her I could make her another December's Deep Wish because, although I don't remember the specific track list, I recall the spirit of the tape. And it is December now, and the deep wish is always with me. Xander Harris put out an album in 2017 called Termination Dust. It is beautiful minimal industrial with track names like Oblivion Mode and Frontier Death Song. I can't think of anything better to listen to when it is 17 degrees in an overcast Chicago, and I'm either on my way to work or going home. My day framed by moody electronic synths and the spongy nature of my imagination. The way passing cars and buildings make a world, a future place. The way I learn to accept what the fuck is just a material thing in front of my face. And what a struggle it has been all these years to be in this body and to accept the body. Body not just as my body, but body as car, body as building, body as face, anything tangible. When I see the glass windows of buildings on my way home, I see prophecy, oracle, my own projections playing out an entire narrative onto the scene. To stop the thoughts feels like death, so why bother? The mind police haven't caught me yet. Frontier Death Song is definitely going on to Beatrice's mixtape, Shadow Play 2. The aim is to get it to her by January so she can have 3 solid months of cold concrete and minimal industrial. A long black coat and silhouetted leaves in her eyes, a sliver of moon and 2 notes repeating. A long black coat and a frozen river. Shadow play, shadow play. Dark black twig enveloped by an even blacker water. In the cold, cold night, what is right? In the cold, cold night, what is right when led by the night? The shallows of the cracks, the frog and the strange ecology, your children and mine and the dying world. I'm sorry for the generations to come, and sorry for how cliche it is to feel this way. Who can rise against the tide of the collective and stop the inevitable current from rushing? And who is to say what is the right way to flow? And is that a cop-out? A way to escape the plastic encasing the world? The over-the-top lamination of everything? Frontier, death song. In winter, the long, endless way of walking when in the Midwest. The guts of the body on the windshield wipers and the missing mirror. I can only guess how the mirror went missing. The brute strength of raw energy and he tore it clean off, or more likely a sideswipe. I am in Michigan, and the government shutdown enters its fourth week. The echo of the nation, echo of the cities, echoes of the town, an ambiance, a stirring, to be brand new, a visitor, a tourist, to not belong here in the brewery in Kalamazoo, and Andre sips his brew. We like these things, these beers, and whiskey too. Back on the road, the highway dusted by a fresh coat of snow. I popped on Shadow Play and couldn't believe the timelessness and mastery of the perfect compilation. The weight of the invisible audience heavy on my shoulder blades. There is a gap, one that everyone agrees on, between last year, which was yesterday, and today. All I can do is surf the electric tides of a million moods and the collective body sleeping in.